Howdy, gang! We're finally doing it. More Zeldas. So, not entirely sure how I want to go about reading, but I'm thinking because the game doesn't have voice acting, maybe I should just keep it to being read. I don't think most people would be watching this for the story anyways. I just know there's gonna be a lot of text, and I'd like to retain my voice. Link, more like... Damn it. More like... Stink. Damn, why can't I spell? Where's the N? Epona. The damn horse. We'll call him, J, capital J. We'll call him Horsey. There we go. Alright, so obviously we're emulating for the sake of recording again. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for that. I don't know. Nintendo we're looking at. I know they changed their YouTube policies to let you play these now, but I'm not sure this will fly entirely. Anyways, because of that, we're taking advantage of a HD texture mod. I also have the bloom disabled, which will help with performance, but also most people thought it looked pretty horrid to begin with, so that's good, I guess. And obviously we're doing hero mode, which means parts don't drop and you take double damage. Makes the game a lot harder. Have to actually use potions. I think that's the preferred way to play. I should get this text moving now. I think this mod covers most of the textures in the game, but there are a few that are still old. Most of the big ones, though. I think the most divisive ones are the actual characters, though. People don't like the way Link's eyes look now. Right, so more about the emulated version. So I had the game on Wii. That's where I played it. Yes, it's Waggle Tech, but I also not a butt face, so you know, I didn't just jerk off my controller to play. I had fun with it. Nothing wrong with the Wii version, but if you're playing on a controller, obviously you want the GameCube version, just the way it is. For the most part, it'll run fine. There'll be a few hitches when we see new stuff, just making shaders as per usual. The only place that has a little concern is Hyrule Field. There's a hack implemented to make it run somewhat nice, but it just, like, speeds up lag. So we'll try not to spend too much time in Hyrule Field once it opens up all the way. Otherwise, it's a relatively smooth experience. Jack my damn horse.
Hey!
Jack my damn horse right before work. How dare she? Am I dumb, or have cameras always been inverted? It always feels off to me whenever I start a game. Nothing I can do to change it. Right, so a weird thing about the freaking texture mod, the guy personally went in and relabeled all the HUD elements, and it absolutely bugs the crap out of me, so I had to conform my controller to match it. I actually preferred to press the B button to attack. Oh well. I need to go get Horse back. As soon as we get into town, I'll do a quick test to make sure the hero mode cheat's still working. Real simple. There's a hornet nest. Gonna walk into it. They should do 2 hearts of damage instead of 1. I'm so happy I don't have to ride my stinky horse to work. Thank you. I'm taking the damn horse. Alright, gotta teach me gameplay. This is what the whole game is. You gotta blow plants. They definitely could have waited to introduce you to the horse riding and whatnot. Let you swing a sword first. They thought this was the most important thing to teach you. And mention this was my favorite Zelda game. Not perfect, but it does the most right of all the 3D ones in my opinion. Excluding Breath of the Wild, because that's its own damn thing. I really like the way the grass looks in here. The solid texture. The dirt paths too. The village should be running a little smoother than the rest of it already, just because I've already been here when I was testing the game. These are literally just goats, but they have really cool horns, and I love it. I've never been especially good at this. You just kind of point them in the right direction. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they completely ignore you. And if you spam the move fast button a bit too much, they'll get pissed off and throw you off your damn horse. We're not on a timer here, but we can do this again for a heart piece later. Right, that's one of the few major complaints I have about the game. It's not even that big of a deal, but there's no magic. Which means whenever you go and explore the overworld, you're pretty much only in for a pack of rupees or a heart piece, which means that you're praying for a heart piece every time. Oh, or a bottle occasionally, but those are mostly from quests. Nothing wrong with getting health increases, but the fairy fountains definitely added a lot of variety. Getting the occasional spell, mana pull up, defense increase, those are nice. Not really sure why they're not in the game. I guess Skyward Sword didn't have anything like that either. It's got a crazy nose. He looks like an Easter Island head. Got a freaking thick neck, too. On one hand, I think this is dumb. Again, they're teaching you horse controls first thing. But there is one part in the game where you actually need to know how to do this. So, I guess it's good that they get it out of the way. You can't go through Ocarina at a time without ever hitting horse. Made it more central in Majora's Mask. There we go. Oh! Maybe I wasn't going fast enough. Right, so I think this was the first game to introduce swinging your sword while you run, like without stopping. That was new animation tech at the time. So, because of that, I normally just walk around if I'm not riding. If I'm not teleporting, I mean. I barely ever use the horse. I'll try to, because it'll save time, but I'll let you know it's a habit. Link has a really big house. makes you think that he doesn't want to live alone, but he does because he's the protagonist of a video game. His basement's really dark. There's a chest with money down there, but you can't open it because you can't see shit. No, it's really weird. Even if you run into it, you just can't open it until you have the light. It's kind of sad because I'd love to have the easy money to buy the freaking slingshot that we have to get. So the part about hearts not spawning, I tried to test. Kind of difficult to do because it's completely random. First few times I did it and it wasn't working. I just spent like 10 minutes chopping grass and I eventually got a heart out of it. I'm like, what? I went 10 minutes without getting a heart? I'm pretty sure it's working now though, so good. Let's see what the damn kids want. Hey, Ja. The slingshot. Central. I wonder how powerful it is. I must try it. See, he has the small text, which makes me want to go, ugh, when I'm reading it, but I was just read it fast. I don't know why. Fast instead of tiny voice. There's really nothing to convey that. I mean, it's not like the text is scrunched or anything. Anyways, this fella's looking at the hornet nest, and we're gonna use for that quick boy test. It should be working, but I want to make it apparent as soon as possible. The hornets do quarter heart of damage. Because we're taking double, they will do a whole half heart. Kind of fucked up. They can actually kill me if I don't run away quick enough. Yo, half heart boys. I can't get that heart back. Well, I can't get back for a while, that ain't right. I'll spawn with some health if I were to die. That's something, but the plan's just to not get hit.
Hey! Oh!
I can smash those pumpkins to get some roofs, but he's gonna yell at us if we do. But I'd let you know that there's a plant growing up here. It's pretty cool, huh, bro? Nothing happens in this village. You might have saw a monkey holding what looks like a baby off in the distance. I'm gonna throw a fucking bird at him. And hopefully that gets us some money. I don't remember if we're actually rewarded for doing this. Now I need to get further. Another set of reeds. I don't know what plant this is supposed to be. so very sensitive. Sometimes you're better off just smoothing your way in instead of fiddling so long. That'll probably work. Thank God it wasn't a whole baby, just a cradle. We're gonna bring this back to its owner. Hopefully get paid. Might actually be the fishing rod we get for it, which we need. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the fishing rod. Force you into a fishing tutorial, so you'll use the thing that you don't need to use. It's literally just a mini game for points. I don't think there's like a fishing pond area for a heart piece or anything. You just do it for fun, because Japanese people like fishing. Someone's gonna yell at me for breaking this food. What is going on with the shadow? It looks like I'm holding a freaking bear trap. I think a slingshot costs like 50. And, I know I can get an easy yellow rupee right up there. Just need to climb around here. I think yellows are worth 10. Those are worth 5, so yellow is probably 10. Then not how I get to it. I might have to roll off the roof. Or I can fly with a chicken. Chicken cuckoo, same thing. Doesn't seem like it wants to throw very far. I might still be able to make the jump, though. Plus, I saw a rupee up here. Alternatively, I can try throwing the bird at it, see if he brings anything back. Can't skip. Well, that was worth a shot. Not getting that freaking rupee. They probably got not really gonna notice, but I did add a limiter to the microphone now. So if I ever happen to scream, I won't blow your ears off. I think I've only done that like twice ever, but the limiter wasn't an option back when those happened. It was in a recent update to the software, so that's good, I guess. Hopefully a lot of the other streamers are implementing it. So I need to get this boy a fish, and he deserves it, because he's a good boy. Fish. Fish the way you fish in every single game of fishing, and I really don't understand what's the big appeal of it. Sometimes it's relaxing, but other times it's just kind of dumb easy. You're kind of supposed to, like, move the line along the way it's swimming, keep the line from snapping, but that guy didn't even fight. Oh my god. Thank god you can swim, kitty. I think I might need to catch a second fish. I did like fishing in Stardew Valley. More of a mini game than this, or at least it's more unique. Has some challenge to it. Even if it is just spam clicks. Greengill. I think a bluegill was the first fish I ever caught. Like IRL. I've gone fishing like 2-3 times. Sadly, the lake near my house is just kind of not well maintained. A lot of fish in there are just dead. It's not a great place to do it. We got her cat back, which means she'll sell us stuff, but we still need money. But I know there's money at the top of this, so I just have to knock down the hornet nest. Which has served its purpose. Now, if I had a bottle, I could actually go and scoop this up for a thing of honey. And, it doesn't heal a ton, but early game, you know, it's your whole health bar for a while. I think it does like 5 hearts, maybe. But I don't have a bottle, so we're just stuck with that. I think you get one very early on. Like, it might be a gift from the shop lady, actually. Bottle of some gross-looking milk. To be very careful, because if you're running, there's a good chance Link will just jump. The camera's being kind of fucky here, controlling itself. I'm pretty sure the deal with rupees is they play that little cutscene the first time you pick them up for each session, not the first time you ever pick them up. Kinda lame. I tried to hurt myself by jumping off this so many times and it didn't work, so I'm pretty sure I can just roll off and live. Need 2 more roops. I'm doing it. Hey, now my great. Oh.
Hey!
Man's trying to suppress my rebellious spirit. He doesn't understand rock and roll. Is that a mouse trap? It's comedically big. Never noticed it before. Wow, what a good boy. Caught a fish. Yeah, there we go. Some gross milk. Now, I actually enjoy milk, but that was used, and I think it's weird that an adventurer would carry it around with them. That shit's gonna be spoiled by the time you drink it. Bee larva, fishing bait. I guess that's what you eat from the nest, it's not honey. Oh well, you get milk for cheap. Pretty sure there's nothing you can get out of the fishing. There's no point even going for it. I don't want to waste my time with it anyways. So we got a slingshot. I don't think it came with ammo, but we'll see in a second. I'm gonna leave the milk over here in my inventory, just so I don't accidentally use it. Alright, it came with ammo. Slingshot's a slingshot. It's good for what it is early on, I guess.
Hey!
So basically, it's only used to stun enemies. Just like in, Ocarina. Pretty sure you're able to use a slingshot as an adult in that game. I might be misremembering. Otherwise, same concept in Skyward Sword. It might do like a quarter heart of damage maybe, but definitely not something for attacking. I can use it to kill those little spiders and hit switches and stuff, but otherwise it's more of a utility thing, not a weapon. You might be thinking, oh, but stunning sounds incredibly useful. It is, but you get something to replace it. It doesn't require you to use an item. Though, it loses its purpose quickly. Got a wood sword, isn't that cool? I kinda wish that you can keep this sword just because I like the idea of using a wood sword. But it gets replaced by the main one whenever you unlock it. Look how fucking cool it is. I wish... Like, why can't there just be a third sword slot? There's even two separate wood shields and you have to pick which one you want. It's kinda lame. Right, combat tutorial time. Only half hour in. Okay. Sling. That blew its goddamn head off. Don't think they told me to do this yet, but I'm doing it now anyways. It might actually trigger the end of the tutorial. Yeah, they just skipped over it. I'm almost sure, but don't go hit no monkeys with it. That's how you get your goddamn arms ripped off. The slice. You just hit the button. Yeah! Well, he told me to do both. Like, come on. So basically, when you're locked on, you do lock-on type moves, which I kind of like. When you're not locked on, you just do swings, which have a little bit of cleave on them. But here you just do a straight chop, or stabby, which has more reach. So you can hold the button, but in pretty much every game, if you just spin your stick around real quick and press the attack button, you can do it real quick and easy, and I'm fucking up. There we go. A bit harder to do here, isn't it? Huh. Neat. I don't know. It doesn't really matter because you don't have to spend mana to do this, I guess. I think all you had to do was swing your nunchuck in the Wii version. It's easier to do. This attack actually does more damage than the other two. Kind of its whole thing. You leave yourself pretty vulnerable. Got the most reach and the most damage. And that's basically the same moveset from Ocarina of Time. What you start out with anyways. One of the reasons I like this game a lot is because it has the most developed combat system. Like Breath of the Wild has those perfect dodges and parries, but this game has parries. Plus more moves, so like, is it better? Maybe. Damn rude. Didn't really need it, but I got it. I'm pretty sure these springs actually heal you if you sit in them for a bit, and that'll be a good source of regen early on. Maybe not yet. Once you meet the spirit, it will. There's only a few of them in the game, so it's not like I can just do that whenever. Oh, I do think this game actually has some of the better puzzles. Most of the dungeons are pretty cool. I thought the water temple was super confusing the first time I did it, but it's really not so bad. It's definitely more of a combat-focused game than the other ones. And it's not a bad thing, since they put work into it, you know? And it's part of why I think Hero Mode's the way to play this. And it just has a general dark, gritty atmosphere too, so the more imposing difficulty definitely just improves the mood. Plus the game's kind of easy otherwise. Hearts dropping all over the place. One of the major gripes I have with the whole franchise. Just a little too approachable. They only recently added, like, Hero Mode as an option in the mainline game. Which I greatly appreciate. That's why we had to use a hack for this one. I believe it's in Twilight Princess HD, but not original release. Pretty sure Skyward Sword was the first game to implement it. Then it was in every game afterwards except for Majora's Mask HD for no reason. Kind of doubled up as Master Quest in Ocarina HD. I think I might actually need this money, so I'm gonna keep cutting the grass. I don't think I can get through that cave without light, so I have to buy a lantern. Or maybe I need to buy oil. Not sure. Eh. This guy's almost Beetle, but he's not Beetle. I just wish he was Beetle. A nice looking lantern. Business tactic guy. I can see that being like a Tim and Eric meme. Oh, came full too. So shopping's kind of weird in some areas of the game. You can just take the stuff that you want and not pay, but then that guy will be pissed off and charge you extra if you ever come back. So, like, don't be a scumbag, but you totally can. There's a quick tutorial on how to use your lantern. Press the button to turn it on, and then you can light stuff with it. However, it stays on when you don't do anything else, which is pretty neat. Pretty sure there's a third lantern to light around here. Like a chest up here or something. I'd like to find it. Could also be full of shit, though. This could very well just be night lights that come on at night. Like automatically. Dude's got a ton of lanterns, oh my god. Those oil buckets. Yeah. Closer inspection, that's not glass. That was just kind of creepy though. It's just like oil buckets all over the place and rags. Windows are boarded up. I guess the sunlight could potentially start a fire, but still, it doesn't look like a nice place to live. I guess there isn't a third torch. Oh, we got the lantern. Crack that nut. So apparently whenever Dolphin updated from 4 to 5, a lot of the built-in action replay codes broke. And when I was trying to do tests, I did stuff like start with all the items, start with all the swords, that kind of stuff. And they half worked, which I thought was really weird. The whole thing just didn't break. If you use a code that's invalid, it just crashes the game. Sadly, I couldn't dye my tunic red. Lighting looks really nice. Aw, rip spiderweb texture. That must be what the mousetrap was for. Kick it open with your open-toed sandals. Takes precision. Now, I guess you can still kind of see it. It's probably just low res, and it's got all the white from the web leaking onto the transparent ground. Another thing about the wood sword. It is a wood sword, but you get the real sword pretty early on, so I'm pretty sure it actually does the same amount of damage, which is a bit weird. Another reason I kind of wish that you were able to keep the wooden one. Were you to have 3 options, they could kind of give you like a weak, normal, and the Master Sword to allow you to self-impose difficulty, you know? You can still do that to a degree, because obviously the Master Sword's stronger, but I don't think you can actually kill a boss without it. I might be full of shit on that one. Maybe just Ganondorf. That's where I gotta go, but what's up with this other red dot? This kid's fucking crazy, he just ran by all these goblins. There's a big chest up there. Could be something cool. Oh, right, another handy thing I did, I disabled the beeping when your health's low, because obviously your health's gonna be low a lot. I wish it was just an option in the menu, honestly, like, thought it was a nice thing to have constantly. Beeping and the sound isn't like the most horrid sound in the world, but it's still something I don't want to hear. So even if I can't get to that chest up there without doing lycanthrope jumps, there is another chest somewhere around here that I can get, and I'm pretty sure it has a heart piece, which might give us a bit of health. Probably won't, but I'd like to collect it anyways. Because this is the only time in the game where this area is actually, like, safe. Safe-ish. Crawling with enemies, but there's no freaking poison. And this might be... I don't know why I was avoiding this. Red circle. Could be exactly where I have to go, actually. Why else would there be a red circle? Maybe I get a key. Yeah, this is where I was thinking of. Those torches. Looking at the thing. Probably a key. This is the bat loot. Boreal. Hey, it was art piece. I always thought it was kind of harsh that they split it into fifths after a point. Or seemed so nice. I guess it just gives them more stuff to fill their big ass world with, right? I suppose that's a good thing. So, can I get up there? That almost fell. I don't think I can. Definitely have to do some treetop jumps. Get in from over here, maybe. I don't think I'm ninja enough to land on those platforms. Might be doable, though. Give it one shot. Ah. Okay. We'll move on. Oh, getting that heart beast did fill our health up. Awesome. I'm pretty sure these enemies have been, like, intentionally dumbed down AI right now because I don't have a shield. All I can do is dodge to defend myself. Makes you feel a little empowered, I guess. Makes it clear you're still in Tutorialville. Here, eat someone out. Whoa. Ah, can he not do it? Rats. I think you need the Master Sword to do the friggin' flourishes. You can, like, revolver Ocelot your sword if you want, just for fun. Just spamming the put away button. So in Fable, merchants have the big twiddly mustaches. Zelda, they got afros. Doesn't matter what you are. Selling stuff, you need a fro. And my wallet's almost full. Nut. Oh, I guess you can hold more than 200 might be the limit. Yeah, there are wallet upgrades. So 200 is probably a limit. Now you might be thinking, money. I never use money in these games, even if I have to buy potions now and then. You're absolutely right. But this game has the magic armor, which turns your money into health, essentially. And that's kind of wonderful. Plus it looks cool. I'm gonna try to get it. I don't necessarily remember what you have to do for it. It's kind of a long series of side quests. It'll definitely come in handy. Aloe and the monkey sitting in a tree. I don't know how to spell peel. Peeling bananas. Definitely nothing weird. Damn right, it's dangerous. Shit's full of goblins. And monkeys. Ah, you got snitched. You're a virgin.
Hey!
I think this might be when the minigame unlocks after I do this. I'll do it right away, I guess. Fauna here? Yeah, there's Horsey. I could have called him over, but this might be a little quicker.
Hey!
Hiya! 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 Hiya!
Only got one of them. I didn't think they'd go that far.
Hiya! Hiya!
Essentially, when you do the whoosh, they keep going in whatever direction they're going for a while without turning. That's kind of the secret to getting this done.
Hiya!
Aim them at the thing and shoot them, essentially.
Hiya!
I think you have to do it in less than a minute, maybe. But we're taking our sweet-ass time because we suck.
Hiya!
Might make it in.
Hiya!
Alright, last boy.
Hiya!
Last boy. Movie, the game. And you have to leave and come back.
Hiya!
It could be that it's only unlocked once you return to the village.
Hmm?
Mustache is so silly. Hey, you have a horse? I love horses. I'm in my horse phase because I'm a girl.
Hmm?
Oh. Bruh, it's my horse. That's kind of a hint of how it heals you. That hair or a tattoo? Their dad Agent 47? Gotta see. That's hair. A little bit of hair. Almost a comb over. Got quite the head. I love everything about him. This is like inverse Bildo Treve. I got plenty of money, I don't need to be doing this. Go get our damn horse back as this girl is freaking stupid for horses. When I first played the game, I thought that she was kind of like village girl love interest for Link, but now I'm like, nah, she's just a girl in her horse phase. She don't give a shit about Link. It's only the horse. It was always only about the horse. Now it's just gonna be a running gag. Or Link never gets no poon. It looks like he's ready to fight. I'm going to Hyrule. Kinda need a fucking sword. Kid, you have a stick. That's like the most OP thing in the world when you're a kid. You gotta believe. Plus, he might beat Colin with it. Can't let that happen. Ow. I guess this isn't a keep your sword thing. This is a you want to end a tutorial thing. Try and eat a half-melted Starburst. Try not to make a mess. Not even that hot in my room. Oh, how these got some melted. I mean, just like you, but I don't want to do the things that you do. I only care about horses. I'm starting to think Link doesn't have any real friends. He's just the cool, edgy dude who has dangerous stuff. Ooh, you have a sword. Ooh, you have money. Ooh, you have a slingshot. Ooh, you have a horse. Alright, give me my damn horse back. Bitch! Look, Epona, or Orsay, isn't mad at me. So, like, get off your high horse and let me get on mine. See that? Orsay's got my back. That's gonna usually not fuck off, bitch. I gotta ride. That's how the game ends. We fished, we did some ranching, and we fought some goblins. Game's got everything. I am 100% satisfied, worth $60. Prawn butthole in the sky. Damn. Apparently that club only did a quarter heart of damage. Otherwise I'd be dead. Ready for this? Warp zone! There's not really an explanation for why that happened besides the Triforce. I don't know what the Triforce has to do with it, but okay. But it makes you question if that thing used to be human in some capacity. Like, obviously there are Twilight people, and then there's like Souls of the Dead here, I guess. But the creatures themselves, they may have been something from the other side and transformed. Maybe the Twilight people too, even. We just saw one of them. Clothes disappeared, but my earrings don't. Need to accessorize. Boy's thirsty. Eh. Eh. Just a physics demo for how nice the chain is. By the way, she's not naked, she's wearing a cool leather jacket, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Definitely not texture. If only it was that simple. I'd have a pet wolf. Name, ah. I always thought that snaggletooth thing she's got going on was super cool. Now I think it's cool in an edgy kind of way. I guess it was one and the same back in like 2007.
help. Did my wrong one? Think that always.
It'll do everything I say. Now, if you need me to say something for you to do, press Z. Otherwise, you can do whatever you want. I don't think there's anything to actually grab in here. You can come back somewhere in the middle of the game, but I don't think there's anything worth grabbing. Maybe rupees, but no heart pieces or anything like that. So I'm gonna follow my memory and just get out of here, because these Dark World segments are kind of not the best part of the game. There's a cheat I could have did to skip over a good chunk of them.
You go and was going to keep it very quick.
But one, I think that it might cause me to skip a boss, which I wouldn't want to do. And two, they do have their purpose to kind of get you familiar with the area before you have to go and actually play the game in it. By the way, while I'm in these early wolf segments, I won't be able to heal at all, so I have to be kind of careful. I think there's like 4 of these total. You have to go through then the wolf becomes more of a tool, which you don't use very often.
What?
He does move pretty fast, so if you're someone who doesn't ride upon it, it's an option. Not exactly a thing you want to be for combat or anything, though. Oh. There we go. I remember the first time I did this place, I was super confused because these are all just corridors that look pretty much the same. And now I can kind of just blast through it, and I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. Also, this is basically the Link to the Past intro. Run off somewhere without a weapon, go into a prison, and save Zelda. Or at least meet her. Doing the diggy sign. I never actually tell you what that means, but you just kind of figure it out eventually.
Wait. Hunting you as we waiting.
Alright. They're not dead people. The freaking Twilight zones are on the main world, and the people from there turn into spirits, so I guess everything I said a minute ago is kind of invalid. I guess the Triforce would be the reason that I'm not a spirit, but still doesn't explain the lycanthropy. Unless the wolf's like the spirit of resistance, of rebellion.
F40.
That was unavoidable. It's gonna teach me how to do the midnight platforming.
Beauty. What one failed, you
Basically, just hold L and spam A. Thing that happens. Nothing too special about it. You think that you can't make a jump, you'll probably have to be a wolf. Or if there's something that you think looks like dumb precise, you can probably do that to do it the easy way. Like those treetops from earlier. It would be awesome if she was able to dynamically detect places to jump onto and help you get up on the ledges easier. But I'm pretty sure they're all hand placed. However, there are a few that are just, like, pointless to help you out anyways, which is nice of the developers, I guess. Right, so that was the long part. This is the hard part. There's flying enemies, and the only way to really deal with them right now is to jump at them, but we're on a roof, so jumping means possibly falling off the edge.
F40. Beauty. Plus, we will talk to you.
What I normally do is just run by them, but that leaves me open to getting hit, obviously.
Fail, will it? Because there are children, it was you. Does anyone have okay? Hey, let me grab you.
Oops. Yeah, press R? Yeah, R. And I screwed up. I was supposed to midnight jump. I periodically do the dash just because it sends me into a sprint for a few seconds. So it's not like the dash is the only part that's giving me extra speed, like rolling would be as a human. I don't just spam it because of that, and I'm dead. Holy crap. I think all three of them attacked me at once. checkpoints. This is probably the only bad part of the game with hero mode. Even once you get a few hearts under your belt, it's a lot more manageable, but this one specific Dark World segment is a little fucked up. I don't know why I even bothered with those. It's not like I'm gonna get hearts.
What's wrong, one? What's wrong with it? Things we just said. Forte, you did that,
The title dropped. This all could have been avoided if they just threw up a no smoking sign. I'm wearing sandals. Drops her cool sword. Sadly never gets to use it. Nice looking sword. Well, Zant, their bad guy for the time being, basically Agnum. I know Ocarina of Time was basically just a 3D version of Link to the Past, but like, this game has the same story structure as well. Kinda silly, really. Just keep doing the same thing but improving on it. Hell, you even do 3 things. Get your Master Sword, do a bunch more things. Literally the same structure. Excuse me. Didn't see that coming. Went a little heavy on the makeup.
Something for the scepter.
I kind of feel dumb for just figuring this out, but Midna being a weird name, it's probably just like an abbreviation of midnight. Is a Twilight being, you know?
To read any books.
That is a bit weird, but I actually don't remember how we get out of here.
From page 7. That was cut from wood. Okay, Erickson,
I'm supposed to be just gonna teleport.
do you want hunt? Do you feel working? Will you choose confusing? See, you need to eat.
Now we do teleport. Give me the full dominatrix treatment.
Oh, do you even need therapy? You will keep the way was your feet, and if you need wood. One. Oh.
Yep. We're back home, but we're still freaking wolves. Going to be like this for a while.
Let's go to you, my puppy with any. You do you want them to bear with me and if take you go help you need with him. Bring any feel village what he was. Aren't any was. Come see him. What the rate? Please first minute. First minute idea. Come see Kevin for it. First looks sleep day.
Oh, need to go steal a sword and a shield for Midna to use. And yes, I did say steal, because how the hell is a wolf gonna buy them? Making me do all kinds of bad things. Hello? Thank you, Squirrel Boy. That root's still up there. Nothing's coming out of these. It was probably meant to be hearts. But instead of hearts, they just get nothing out of it. Oh. So I'm kind of a big freaking wolf with tattoos and earrings and chains and shit. Like, this is like the most rebellious teenage wolf these people have ever seen. And he's kind of gonna scare the crap out of anyone who gets near him. Because I have to be careful. Talking about a shield. I came to it as we discussed. I checked as we discussed. Still in your house. Door's locked.
Ah.
So we got, they're probably bow goblins attacking the village. And they only have one sword. I'm gonna steal it. That's just the kind of man I am.
Your company.
So it would be as easy as just jumping on the water wheel, but he's gonna throw birds at us, and we can't tell the bird to stop. Because he played him a nice song, like payment. So I kinda have to sneak up here instead.
Yep. You bring.
And scoop him from behind. Grr! kind of shitty about these jumps is they only activate from specific spots, but if you hold the lock on and move, you can completely fuck up the jump. Kinda makes you wish it just locked you in place. The hell is that? Evil sex doll? Yeah. Is that Colin? Got his dumb hairdo. Could be me. That toy sword? Yeah, it's probably me then. Or Beardman. I don't remember his name. Beardman Sword Dad. Not a real dad. Bah! That damn shield. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Do you repair?
I don't know, I think it looks nice as hell. Got quality wood, and it's got a cool symbol on it. I actually prefer this to the other shield. I think the other one's kind of lame looking. It's like got a foot on it or something. Oh, window right here. Gotcha. I'll have to steal the sword.
Huh?
I wonder how they even got the sword. It doesn't seem like anyone's a blacksmith or anything. I guess he could have made it, but how did he make it? Maybe he just ordered a blank and gave it a nice hilt made out of goat horn or something. That could make sense. Have to be a stealthy boy. I might want to sneak around that ridge actually, because there's not a fence blocking it. Oh! Oh! I think this is how you get in. Kind of fucked up. He has a hole like this just leading right into his house. Any wolf could do this. Lucky I'm friendly. Crafted by Russell, the best swordsman in Oregon, as tribute to the royal family. Alright, apparently he crafted it. He just lined up 2 ingots of iron and a stick. That's all it took. Didn't need a fancy forge.
Oh, he would break the red and it was real to
That part normally takes me a little longer than that. So that's good. The intro is a bit slower than the rest of the game, but this whole game definitely has a lot more focus on story than any of the previous ones. You know, I like it. Thought it was a good change. Because when they went to 3D, they already took out a lot of the more adventure-y elements. Ocarina is definitely a downgrade from Link to the Past, in my opinion. So, if you're gonna do that, you might as well enhance the story, right? And they tried to keep going with that trend for Skyward Sword, too. Game that I like and no one else does. Again, probably because I'm not a butt about motion controls. Yes, they functioned. It was a meme that Miyamoto wasn't looking at the sensor bar on stage. Of course, Aaron Hansen can't play a game while sitting on a couch. You need to stand up for it. I just don't understand why nobody gave it a chance. Whoa. That seems simple enough, but those aren't actually supposed to be fights. They're more like puzzles. You don't really find those enemies any other point in the game. That is the one instance where you actually do need a wolf when you're fighting those, actually. Celestial goat. He's so cool looking. Right out of Okami. Cutscene? What could he be showing me? Oh. Apparently they straight up stole their light. Oh, for whatever reason, this guy doesn't just transform me on his own. But I'm pretty sure the healing effects of this pool are active now. There just happens to be another guardian spirit like a freaking foot away from here. Beautiful. But I guess that's a reliable means of healing for the time being. I'm not sure if I can just exit this place, though.
One. There can set me good. With what has the beauty?
There's literally nothing else I can do, Minna. Come on. Danger rooms. Honestly, wearing the shield on her face like that's probably decent protection. Oh. There's no point in stealing those. Just incinerate them.
My best with one. Up.
He just looks so frustrated. It's kind of this Link's thing. Wind Waker one was a sourpuss. This one's frustrated. Angry even. This one should drop 2. 3, even. Unless I'll show you what I mean by their puzzles, I guess.
Oh, one into you. Best friend.
Keep pressing B accidentally because I'm used to that being my attack button. Right, so when you leave one alive, he just resurrects all the others. That's why it's a puzzle. You have to figure out how you can kill at least 2 at once. And the layout of these pillars is going to change every time we encounter something like this. So it becomes a bit more difficult to get it all worked out.
You best away. Gonna anyway that word up.
Just do this and auto kill them. The issue is that they only follow you to a certain range. Then you can't just like lure them all out and doom them one. I also kind of got wrecked during that fight. Feel pretty bad about it. Guardian boy though. Right, so... again, there is a cheat I could use to skip over these segments, because no one really likes them. But, again, it might make me skip over a boss, which I don't really want to skip. And there are some cool moments to this. It's not all lame. It's kind of long. The plan for today is to at least get this light vessel filled. And I don't think I'll have time to do the dungeon in this session, but that'll be a great thing to start the next one with, right? So, get this filled up. Very soothing sound for like little water droplets. I guess they are like tears. That's exactly what they are.
Good. Do you think what you need?
I think I actually need to talk to him before the thing will pop out. Big bug with lightning. But I'm not worried about the lightning, just the bug part. There's still one on my map. It might actually be like right here. Yeah. Maybe. Into the woods. This is actually like the quickest one to fill up. It's the last one you do that takes forever. This one, it doesn't really make you think it's all that bad. Might be a few bats around here, but I don't think they'll auto-kill us. I should be able to take at least a hit. Oh, okay, I jumped from up here, not the bridge. That was a little risky. I should have waited for him to bite. I think I just have to be quick. It's a swing thing that I have to worry about. Look, the bats can't get me. Oh wow, they're both on the same spot. Range on your normal attack is just kind of short, so there's not a better way to do it than just lunging at them continuously. If I get healed. Maybe it happens when you pick up a tier. This one is the outlier. I take him out. That's kind of like the first instance of not being able to get them all at once. It was just easing you into harder ones progressively. I always thought he had a little hat on. It's actually a flower. This is to show you that it's a girl. That didn't take long at all. I think I might actually walk up to the temple entrance then, instead of just ending it here.
Japan what was needed.
It's in Smash Bros. That makes it the best thing. Period. We re-injected the yolk into the egg and created a homunculus. Looks pretty awesome. Just a big fucking baboon with a scorpion tail. You can make a whole game about that. You can roll up in a little wheel like Sonic and play it. I mean, I'm still a beast with blue eyes, you know what I'm saying? Your awakened form. You have armor now. Isn't that cool? Now you think the talking's over, I'm pretty sure Minna's gonna have a lecture for us too.
That's to just like being mad. Baby, to make it first. He come here, he make baby, do to English. He come in.
So, he said this tunic belonged to the hero chosen by the gods. And, you'll notice that he has, like, chainmail and whatnot under this one. So I don't think it's actually the tunic that you wore in, Ocarina, which was, like, literally just clothing. I think this might actually be the Skylock tunic. Timeline-wise, this is, like, 3rd/4th game on a line. Obviously starting with Skyward Sword and splitting at Ocarina. This is like a direct sequel, depending on whether or not you consider Majora's Mask canon. From my understanding of what happened, it is. It's just kind of irrelevant. It's more so the hero's absence that put the world in its current state. We'll talk more about that as we learn stuff about this world. Because there's a lot of interesting tidbits that you'll find all around the place. And this is kind of the first game where I started to be like, are these worlds connected? Because obviously Nintendo hadn't planned it at the time, but like, this is probably around that point when people started theorizing about that kind of thing. There's a lot of neat stuff about it, like there's a whole implied story that nobody tells you about in this game that you can just piece together by knowing stuff about the previous entries. And I'd love to share some of that with you as we find said information. Though at this point in time, as far as we're concerned, just another irrelevant Zelda game. The exception of this tunic belonging to a previous hero. I think I need to get the key from this guy. And as much as I would like to get some more lantern oil, pretty sure I'm just gonna waste it all or get it back for free in a minute anyways. So I'm gonna hold on to my milk. A bottle full of oil for 100 rupees. I think that actually gets me a whole bottle, so it's a freaking steal. Considering how rare bottles are in Hyrule. These are imported from the eastern countries, where they perfected the art of glass making. Hyruleans are only capable of creating fragile clay pots. Not the kind of thing you want to carry around your pouch. This is what I meant before. That whole ground space is never to be explored again. Maybe it is after we clear out the temple, but pretty much don't explore it. Unless you come back. Poison's here to stay. Ideally, you'd come out of the cave with your lantern already lit because it was dark. I guess that's how you'd figure that out. Otherwise, you're left to trial and error with what you have. Isn't much. I could see someone trying to fish into poisonous fog. Otherwise, your lantern's all that you really got to work with. Maybe try and catch a bottle of it. It wouldn't take long to figure out. This monkey's gonna waste all my freaking oil. That light baked into the ground. I'll just disable when I pick it up, but I thought it was silly that it was there before he dropped it. I'm picking it up. Fun. Oh, need to get more oil. I could buy some, or I could fill it. I think I might want to hold on to it just in case. So I will buy some actually. Also, the half bottle of milk might be better off drink if this bird sells milk. Not sure if red potion lasts for 2 sways. Worst case scenario, we'll jump back out. Most of the dungeons have like a central hub point, hub and spoke design, where you get keys, kind of act as checkpoints, make it easy for you to leave whenever you need to. See what I mean whenever we go in there. Got red potion. Red potion's the good shit, but it's kind of a waste of money considering that we don't have that many hearts. I don't know how much this costs. 20 rupees. If you just run off and steal it, I'm pretty sure he'll, like, peck the crap out of you, which is something I really don't want. Here we go. That's said that we started with the Ocarina moveset to start with, but right here, we're gonna learn a new technique. That's one of the new features of the game. Combat system evolves as you keep playing. Get new moves for awesome utility stuff. Blah. So if you get lucky and knock someone on their ass, you can auto-kill them with that. And it's kind of essential for killing a certain enemy in this next dungeon. That's not even just like an optional skill, it's also a tool. I think that the texture pack might have edited the shield in a bit unlore-friendly way. Oh well, though. We'll talk more about him later. Right now, though, we are at the end of this session. So, tomorrow, we're gonna do a dungeon. It's really not a bad first dungeon at all. It's actually pretty fun. I enjoyed it a lot. One of the most memorable dungeons, in my opinion, actually. So, I look forward to doing that. And, that's all I've really got for today. And we'll have dungeon fun, probably talk a bit more about lore, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna feel like I'm repeating myself at some points, because I have played Ocarina on stream before, but those videos are now lost to the past because they were horrible. So, I'm gonna feel like I'm repeating myself with some things, but some of it still has value. So I'll try and come up with what I can on the general series, maybe. Anyways, that's all for today. I'll see y'all. I don't know, maybe in a week. Maybe on Sunday night. I couldn't tell you. Anyways, I'm out.